All right, Eagles fans, welcome back to a special bonus edition of Spotlight Athlete of the Week. I said we were done last week, but I lied. So this is actually our 16th and final interview. We're going to throw a little bonus round at you. I'm joined with my special guest today. She's a senior on the girls track and field team, Miss Emma Neal. Emma, welcome. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. Appreciate you joining us and spending some time with us today. Obviously, it's I don't even know what day of the week is it. Is it Monday, Tuesday? What day is it? Monday, I think. Yeah,
Monday.
right now. But you'd be at school right now doing some things, and you're obviously at home, and we're all kind of working mobily. But you're part of the track and field team. You're a senior. Can you just talk about the last couple of weeks, what that's been like from the start of kind of the COVID virus coming out, and coming abroad to here, and then obviously impacting your high school your senior year and your athletic career. Can you walk me through that journey?
Yeah. So, at first, I think our team really didn't think much of it because we were already starting our practices and we already had our routine down for going to practice every week and every day. And we had our pattern down. We had our lifts to do. We had all of that stuff figured out. We were really prepared to start our track meets, which I know that's more than a lot of teams can say, sadly, that didn't even get to start. But then
Mhm.
once it got canceled, it was kind of a shock that our season completely got canceled. I know a lot of us were hopeful that it would only be a part of our season that got pushed back, and we were hoping that they would push it into summertime and figure out a way for us to fit in all of our track meets. And then once it got completely canceled, we all kind of were at a loss because we have been, a lot of us have been preparing for this even off from track season year round, just practicing overtime. So it was just a big letdown that we don't have a season this year.
Yeah, I can understand your disappointment there, and I think a lot of your classmates and teammates share that same feeling. So I know it's a tough phase to go through. But let's talk about a little about the season, what that would have looked like. What were you kind of most excited for this year?
Well, for me specifically, I was excited to see us all in general PR because I know last year at districts at Mason, I believe it was, most of us PR'd at that meet, which I know Allison PR'd by 20 feet. The rest of us didn't PR by that much. That's like a once in a lifetime experience to PR by that many feet. But overall, I was excited to see us all get better in PR and set new records. And for me personally, I had a goal of 120. I know my PR ending out was 108. And so adding 12 feet that's a big jump for
Hmm.
1 year. So I was hoping to reach that because for a lot of colleges, that's 120 is the mark for a walk on. But with not having the season, of course, all of us were kind of not given that chance to PR again this
Yeah,
year. So,
yeah, definitely. So if we didn't mention, you're a discus person by trade, right?
yes.
So talk a little bit about discus, the challenges and I guess the growth of discus and getting better. And I know you do a little bit with the USTF and do some different events. Can you talk a little about that experience and opportunity?
Yeah. Well, I started track when I believe it was second grade for Smack Track, which is a parochial organization. And so they started us off with the softball throw because we were that little that we couldn't handle like a shot put, a discus, javelin, hammer, any of that stuff. But it was always, I was always inclined for the discus. That's always been my main interest point. And I just think it's fun. It's just, I like I like throwing the discus. It's just my personal preference. I know Ellie likes throwing the shot put. That's her personal favorite. But I've just always had a special interest in throwing discus. And I got the chance to join and be a member of the USATF, which is our summer league for throwing, in
Hmm.
which I'm able to also throw the javelin. So last year I got a
Hmm.
javelin And
Oh,
so I
wow.
started throwing that, which not very good at it, but I also think it's really cool throwing that. And I have a couple friends that also throw the javelin. And so, yeah, I was just looking with joining USATF, it allows me to throw in the summertime. So just adding more time to practice and be more well rounded with throwing. So,
Mhm. Well, thanks for sharing that. You have a lot of skill sets. Obviously, those track and field and javelin, but also you do dabble in tennis, right? Do a little tennis on the side.
yes.
So you're very, very active there. So that's awesome. We'd love to see well-rounded people doing multiple sports and multiple traits there. So that's wonderful. So tell us a little bit about, kind of what you've been doing. You've kind of been stuck at home or not going very far. So what have you been doing to stay in shape, stay active, and just any new hobbies you picked up, anything new you've been doing?
Um, I've been cooking a lot. A lot of asparagus. That's my new thing, and my family thinks it's entertaining because I'm the only one that likes it. But I've been cooking a lot of family time, which some days it's like, okay, this is fine. And then some days it's like, oh my gosh, they're driving me nuts. Um, but I picked up kind of running. So that has been interesting to see how I'm not a runner and see how I'm trying to progress with jogging and running more, and also just staying active, finding things to keep myself busy because I'm not somebody who's a couch potato. I don't like sitting around, and like the only thing I've binge watched was Outer Banks.
Okay. Good things about it. I haven't seen it. I've heard great things about it. So,
Yeah, I know a lot of people have been raving about that, so that's the
yeah.
one show that I've watched. But yeah, I just overall been staying busy.
That's great. Any way to occupy the time, you got to do something. So you might as well be productive and get yourself better and hone tune your skills. So that's wonderful. Kind of segues to my next question. If there's lots of different skill sets in track and field. Obviously, you're a thrower. You focus more on that. I know you dabbled in preseason with the Ultimate Eagle Pentathlon, and you tried some new things. But what event throughout your skill set would you think would be exciting, or would you like to participate in if you weren't doing discus or throws?
I would like to do 200 meters again because I did that in elementary school and it took a lot for me to get good at it. And then I stopped and just focused mainly on discus. But I think that would be fun to do that again because I'm not a long distance runner and I do enjoy sprinting more. So I think that would be fun to pick that back up.
That's awesome. We should line all the throwers up and do 200.
Oh, Lord, yeah.
You're first, right? You'll take them all, the competition.
I'll try, yeah.
That's right. That's awesome. So kind of what's next for you? Obviously, we'll be, graduating soon. But what's next for you? What's your future plans? And do you mind sharing what's kind of after high school for you?
I'm going to attend NKU for business, which I originally was undecided. And I'm going to focus on like narrowing down specifically what I'm majoring in. But overall, I'll be in the business program.
That's a great university there, and I know we've got a couple other students going there, so that's a great school. So I think you'll do well, and we wish you the best of luck. Last question I have for you, what if anything do you want to tell your fellow seniors, your fellow classmates, your fellow teammates, class of 2020? Any message, any uplifting advice you want to give to them right now?
Just stay positive and stay busy. Just don't think about all the stuff we are missing out on because, I mean, we can't do anything about it. All you can do is make the best of it and stay busy and just don't dwell on it.
It's great advice, spoken like a true leader. So thanks, Em. I appreciate you joining us. And Eagle fans, want to remind you there's the first of 8 senior video tribute starts tonight. So I know I've been working a lot on the side trying to get these done. So I'm looking forward to releasing those. We start with girls lacrosse tonight, and there's one every night up to next Sunday, which track and field will be the finale. So you have to wait a little longer for yours. I promise it'll be worth the wait, okay?
Yep, thank you.
All right, thanks, Emma, for joining us. Have a great day, and we'll hope to catch you and see you around soon, okay?
You too.